So this chapter discusses two diseases of the neurons. So both polio and ALS are going to involve destruction of motor neurons. So poliomyelitis, or polio, is caused by a virus, the polio virus, and this gets distributed in fecal matter in water. So this is common in like third world countries where children play in water, and that's where they pick up this virus. Some muscle signs of the polio virus are things like muscle pain, weakness, paralysis. You can see these kids are having leg braces and crutches. Atrophy of muscles can lead to things like respiratory arrest. So this is where the term the iron lung comes from. People with polio used to be put in chambers for helping them breathe. And then sometimes even loss of reflexes. So this can lead to permanent damage of the muscles, where somebody might not be able to walk or use those legs for a long time, for their life, and it can be fatal. So we do have a polio's vaccine, which for a time completely eradicated polio throughout the world, but it has started to reemerge in some places because of the anti-vaccination movements that some people have, so their kids don't get vaccinated and then they're able to catch the polio virus again. So amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS, more commonly referred to as Lou Gehrig's disease. So Lou Gehrig was a baseball player who had to quit the sport because of this disease. Again, involves destruction of motor neurons. So this is going to cause things like atrophy of the muscle, and it does cause scarring on the spinal cord. So some signs of this would be weakness, difficulty with speaking, swallowing, and using their hands. And it is a progressive form of paralyzation. So over time, it does get worse. So this is caused by some of those glial cells in the brain, the astrocytes. When they aren't able to reabsorb an amino acid called glutamate, the glutamate can build up in the brain and create a toxic level that will eventually cause damage to the neurons. So this is what Stephen Hawking had. And so Stephen Hawking got diagnosed with ALS in college, but his disease progressed fairly slowly, and he was able to communicate through a computer. Stephen Hawking did die recently in 2018 from ALS. So take a moment and pick one of these, polio or ALS, and write down everything that you know about it.